Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing another Saving Your Disaster campaigns, this time playing as Lothern in Total War Warhammer 2. So we've done a Lothern campaign before, and I usually don't do the same faction twice, but it was a little while ago, so I thought, oh, whatever, we'll give it a go. And this really is a disaster right here. The campaign clearly failed to launch. He took his army off somewhere and got it wounded. And so, who are you going to call? The legendary Buster. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Now, we're not going to be able to recruit anything because our barracks is locked down, but once that's finished, we'll be able to build something there. So, I mean, there's no point recruiting someone this turn. Well, actually, maybe. I'll just do it anyway. Let's have a look. So, we've got 30 influence. White Line of Trace. I actually don't really like Alistair the White Line, just because his buffs, like, I don't get White Lines of Trace. I don't think they're very good units for legendary difficulty. And he doesn't have any other assistance. So reduced upkeep for archers, Lothern Sea Guard, and Illyrian Reaver archers. This one here might actually be better than him. I don't know. It depends on your playstyle. Alright, so I'm gonna go with this one here. The reduced upkeep for archers, Lothern Sea Guard, and Illyrian Reaver. It's basically just for archers because I'm not gonna hire the other ones. So just get that. That way next turn you can come over here and prepare the defenses against this. And if he wants to get Alistair in his own time, he can totally do that. So it's not a big deal. I'm sure some people are like, oh, you should have got Alistair. Money is important. And I do like my archers. If you're playing a high elf campaign, you really shouldn't be going melee focus. You should be going archer focus. It's their specialty. But that being said, just play however you like. They've only got the best archers in the game, arguably. A lot of factions to go through here. This is on Mortal Empires, but you can probably tell that because it didn't have a vortex bar up the top.
Where are the Cadi? I serve the Phoenix King. Assyrian guides us.
So we'll build that. That's good for money, and also that. Let's have a look at diplomacy, see if we can establish some trade routes.
You called?
Got Tiranoc here.
You've travelled far to petition the Phoenix throne. Gladly.
So you're at war with Kothik, Cult of Excelsior, and Yves. Yves are the ones that are here, aren't they? That's them there.
The land.
Right, and you've got a rebellion coming soon as well. God damn it.
Princess of the Assur.
Damn.
Assur princess.
Well,
I'm waiting.
no, what am I doing? We got to build the barracks here. Yeah. Huh. Could have sworn that the max building for this one was up here. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. I lose track of these things sometimes. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, you want to be replacing these buildings into this one. But truth be told, I don't like the high elf cavalry, so I wouldn't. I'd go through an entire campaign just fine without one. Without any cavalry, that is. Alright, moving on. So, even if we're not able to recruit anything, even just this one additional unit here could make a difference in the siege defense. Will definitely make a difference because you can get it to duel the enemy general, not in the same sense of like Three Kingdoms, but fight the enemy general to try to knock it out. Or they do that to us.
Pull back, Assur.
That's a problem. That's a big problem. There's nothing we could do about it either. Like, I can't just pull an army out of my ass.
Order crumbles beneath me.
Never.
Now, that's his distance in force march.
Can I offer assistance?
So, I reckon what happened is he went and fought this guy here and lost.
I serve the Phoenix King. Can I offer assistance?
Ridiculous.
19 units. Oh, it's on large unit scale as well. Ugh.
Ready to serve.
Why don't people play at huge unit scale? Whatever.
Assyrian
If I stand here, he's just going to bypass that zone of control. If I stand here and recruit, at least I can get some troops. Like, I'm pretty confident I can defend that, so just come back over here.
Protector of Ulthuan. I'm waiting.
Alright, I'm going to go this. Okay.
Misguided.
Yeah, basing our defenses here, I'm pretty sure I can repel that, so... Like I said, we gotta get an army together. There we go. I gotta wonder if... well, it's too late now for wondering. Alright, so they've got 5 additional units on us. A lot of their troops are cavalry, which are not going to be very effective in this situation. The bounce power is pretty even, so we should be fine. And the quality of their units is not supreme, so we'll be okay. I'm not worried. The biggest concern, though, is actually the fact that the other Dark Elf army may besiege the settlement without us having a chance to recover, at which point we absolutely need that army that's being recruited to back us up, because that other Dark Elf army, if we're damaged, that other Dark Elf army will succeed. If we lose Lothern, that's it. You know, it'd be very difficult to come back from that. Now, I have found that holding onto the walls to be very ineffective in this game now. So especially when... Actually, pretty much in all cases, I've found it to be ineffective. So I'm just going to bring everyone back here just for a moment and plan things out. Now, we'll get the Eagle to once again try and waste their ammo. Their archers are their best units, so we want to make sure that they're taken out one way or another.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
So what we need here is a situation where you are tanking them, but allowing the archers to shoot like crazy at them. Like this. What I've learnt is that even if you create a big gap here, if there's a melee unit, they usually, well, they won't try and bypass it. That's what I'm trying to say. And we'll leave one in reserve in the center here. I could put it up here on the walls, but in all honesty, they're just going to shoot him. And even though these towers could do some damage, these are some of our best units. I don't know, I don't really want to waste it. What if I was to put a Lothern Sea Guard up there instead? That way these 2 towers can activate. Actually, I might be able to get a situation where I get 3 towers. Let me just see. Good, I can get 3 towers like that. Alright, let's do this. Another reason why you need huge unit scale. Now don't bother shooting at the siege tower because you won't destroy it. Now another thing that you can do with these eagles is rather than just waste their ammo, actually try to make their ammo work against them by shooting their own units. But you have to get... It's dangerous though. You have to get into the thick of it a little bit. In the hope that your flight path... Hang on. Don't do it on a shooting unit because it was point blank range on you. So it's taken some damage, not a lot. Oh shit. Go on, fly. Fly, you fool. Up, up. Up, bitch. Up! Oh well, it happens. They're probably going to shoot their own units with that. It's okay. So if we have a look at the overall damage that we've done with the Eagle, it's actually pretty good. And they've used up a lot of their ammo on top of it. To shoot a unit that otherwise is not particularly useful. So look at that, they are definitely shooting their own units here. These Illyrian Reavers are getting shot to shit. So that's units that counts as that one. It doesn't count as kills for it, but at the same time it kinda does. Okay, so they're inside.
Understood.
And actually managed to get away as well, so good on it. Managing to get 0 kills, but actually getting a lot of kills. Oh, it's back. Oh crap. Didn't mean to select this unit. No, it's going to be totally useless now.
Lothern Sea Guard.
But they have lost a lot of ammunition. I'd say at this point here, victory is guaranteed. They don't have enough ammunition to get through our defenses. So if you can still waste even just a few more shots, that would be good. Because if it dies, it doesn't matter. It just comes straight back. Provided it doesn't come under siege this turn, which it shouldn't be. Wait, no, I don't actually know. I think it's going to be a revolt as well. That's gone shattered. Still, a lot of ammunition was wasted on it, and not only wasted, but shot into their own units with friendly fire.
Swordmaster of Hoeth. Acknowledge. Archers.
You might be better off shooting those spearmen. Oh yeah, shoot those Illyrian Reavers.
The defenses will hold. It will be done.
I don't know why they bother still shooting this, but if that's what they want to do, they're wasting their ammo. Now, in our case, shooting at these shattered units is just to make sure that we don't have to fight them again afterwards. Because they're not going to get any replenishment, but at the same time, we should kill them. Hang on. That's actually going to get us friendly fire. Be careful there. Don't fall in the same trap that we put our enemies into.
Forward! Understood! Make of one proud! For Assyrian!
We are lost!
Understood! Seal! Swordmaster of Hoeth! Swiftly!
Okay, stand back a little bit so they come further in so that these guys can actually hit them because their range is not
Without
great.
fail. We go! Orders received! We are broken!
Once we get a little bit low on ammo, then we can send the cavalry out to finish the job. I'd be surprised if they didn't get the army loss penalty soon. They're just about out of ammo. They're out of melee troops. Their cavalry's gone. Their general's broken.
Silver helms!
Don't think they're going to last much longer.
Silver helms! Assyrian willing!
Swordmaster of
Silver helms! Archers! Death to all! Defend in order!
Asa, move!
Don't really want to send my cavalry. Okay, I said victory's in our grasp now. Enemy lords wounded.
For our ancestors!
Draw back!
To battle!
Okay, battle's won. Let's go. So this is just to make sure that they don't come straight back, or that their downtime is maximized. Could send the archers to go and assist, but I don't know. Doesn't matter if you get friendly fire, just get the kills, because, like I said, I don't want these guys coming back. They are awful at running down units. I mean, they got 180 kills, so I mean, this one here didn't. Come on, the order is so simple. Just run them down. Because their unit banner's not there. That's what they aim for. Thing is, if only one of them leaves the battlefield, they all disappear. Alright. I think the battle went pretty well. Obviously, 3 units got pretty badly damaged, but their army's screwed. It might have actually been better if we didn't kill the enemy general, because, well, she's wounded. Because now they'll just get another one for free, and we'll be at full health. Take the money. Now, hopefully that's blocking him from being able to pass through, but I'm not... No, okay, no, it's not. No, because they'd have to be at war for... Okay, good, good. I'm glad that happened. Alright, hopefully we'll be free to recruit our full stack without any disturbances from these 2 wankers.
You must
There's no way to
restore
stop a
order.
revolt from occurring.
Can I offer assistance?
Even if I exempted it from taxation, it's still going to happen.
Lady of the Phoenix Court. I serve the Phoenix.
Well, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, you know.
Not one you approach a dark throne. I pray you this serves Nagaryth. The end justifies the mean. How fares your soft southern? This serves Nagaryth.
Okay, because you'll want to confederate with him later down the track, but right now, no one's going to confederate with you.
I serve. Our great king welcomes you. What do you wish to discuss?
This could work.
If you wish.
Good. You can always go back to war with him
The
later.
Phoenix King is wise and merciful. What would you have of him?
I mean, if they like you, take it. Why not?
Wise indeed.
And make sure they don't come back.
Very well.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Fight the people that don't like you. Don't fight the people that do. Makes no sense at this point. Kind of weird that they like us, considering we've been fighting them. How did that happen? So there's the revolt. Which our army probably won't be able to deal with just yet. Unless it's trash units, which it probably isn't. Alright, Tyrion's ready. Let's have a look at this.
Misguided.
2 silver helms, which... I mean, I'm not really
Protect our
that
home.
fond of them, but in the AI's hand they do better. Because of their bonuses. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Alright, so this will be good for maintaining public order. That's if you want a noble. Also increases income slightly. Plus you do need it to get a certain technology. I'm not a huge fan of nobles in this. I'm a huge fan of... There's better agents. So what are we going to build here? Well, we've got plenty of money, so that's not a problem. The rebels aren't going to besiege and assault it on the same turn. So while this is going on, just got to continue recruiting. It's the only units we've got. Even if we upgrade this, what are we leaning towards here? We're getting access to Lothern Sea Guard and archers with light armor. I don't really think archers with light armor are going to help anymore at this stage. Lothern Sea Guard with shields and Shadow Warriors. Probably won't be getting any of those. So don't worry about that. Alright, what are we doing here? So we got something here for growth and casualty replenishment. Not overly important. I mean, growth is good. Because obviously some growth would be good for here, but getting those first 2 points is pretty easy anyway. Can always demolish it later down the track. Don't need any of that. Can't get anything there. So, alright. I think we're better off building this and this for time being. You can always demolish it later. Because you can't be out there conquering if you're going to have public order problems here. You got to sort it out. Alright, we good? Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright, wait, one last thing we're gonna do.
Mighty warrior.
Get Tyrion back in here.
Protector of the
How are you leveling him up? Okay, well, obviously there's not much that you've done yet, and that's fine. Moving on. What happened there? Looks like they lost some units and then they're recruiting new ones. Unless they actually disbanded some of their units, which I've never seen the AI do. And they want to recruit better ones. Now, they can't get any of their top tier stuff because they don't have a provincial capital, so it's only going to be basic units. So we're still out for another turn because of the global recruitment. It's the fastest way we can deal with it right now. So that's going to be 6 units of archers. I think 2 more would be good to get 8, because like variety is not really a whole great option at this point. And yeah, look at the difference between the upkeep cost of spearmen and Lothern Sea Guard. So it makes no sense for Tyrion to have Lothern Sea Guard at this stage.
Bring down the canvas.
Of course, they're recruiting as well. But what we can do is, when they besiege the settlement, we can come up behind them and attack, and the garrison can come out and assist. Split their army up. It's only extra 9 growth. It's not a lot. That being said, it only costs 1,000. It's not a lot either. So, if there's nothing else to build, and we do need this to get leveled up as soon as possible. Make sure we keep that money. They've got enough money for it. Diplomacy-wise, let's have a look.
Let's hear it. You are no.
So Sappho is probably the first person you're going to want to take on after you've dealt with this, because I'm probably not going to do that for you. I'm going to try and focus on taking out this here. Just get your beginning sorted, then you can go for your life, you know. But generally speaking, just for future reference, I prefer it if people don't send me campaigns that are before turn 20, because if you just screwed up your beginning, then just start again. Honestly, it's a better option, because that way you can learn. You know, it's okay to fail sometimes. Just pick yourself up and try again. I much prefer campaigns that have actually got started off the ground and then there's been a serious setback. There's a lot more context behind that. I'll make exceptions every now and again, but most of the time I prefer them a little bit more developed. Like, it doesn't have to be like turn 400 or whatever, but you know, turn 50 is a good time for an SYDC. And also make sure you're actually close to defeat as well. Because I'm not getting as many emails from people these days for saving your disaster campaigns. And that's fine. I feel like, you know, we exhausted the gold mine to some extent. But of the emails that I do get, some of them aren't disasters. On top of that, as in they're just, like, it's just not difficult to deal with. Okay, we should be able to handle this, no problem.
Servant of the king, the Reaper.
Yeah, we can even auto-resolve that.
Bring me battle.
1 unit wiped out. That's okay. Like, fighting the battle manually probably would have gone. Actually, it probably wouldn't have happened, but it's okay. The results are acceptable.
Let them go. They must die.
Take the money.
My strength grows. Shield against the darkness.
So that unit's easily replaced. That'll get us to our max strength. Do we have any agents that we can recruit? No.
We are ill at ease.
Let's see here. Bowmaster's good. What about Quartermaster? Because if we can get it cheaper for you, you can get more armies. Recruitment cost isn't a huge concern. Additional tradable goods produced, also not a huge... But then again, you do end up getting a lot of trade routes as the High Elves, so I don't know. I mean, you can always do that with another Lord. I think Tyrion is going to spend a lot of time recruiting, so I'm going to get you bonded service. Actually, no. Get Iron Disciplinarian, because it's sometimes not particularly useful, but when you're conquering a province and you don't want it to revolt, it just allows you to move on a bit faster.
Servant of the king.
Alright, so we've got 8 units of archers there. Any more than that, the spearmen just won't be able to properly defend them, so let's just get some more spears.
The Asser are troubled.
Now that army's particularly cheap for him because these are all
Shield
his
against the darkness.
because of him, Great Warrior, reduced upkeep minus 50%. Now because legendary difficulty, if we recruit another army, it'll be another 15% on top of this as well.
Protector
So
of the Everqueen.
just because you've got money doesn't mean you should recruit another army. Alright, so militia training, probably don't really need that. Don't really need that. Nope. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Now, the thing about this settlement here, Angerial, it's not a walled settlement, but it's... they still... that's going to be difficult to deal with. We can't get our counterparts just yet. We have to get a rank 3 city, which is why I wanted to get the growth going. I mean, it's only 4 turns away, and then an additional 4 turns on that. The other option, actually, is to sail over to the Shrine of Asurian, land about here. That way, if he comes and attack us, the garrison doesn't come out, and then capture this. And then if he comes to attack us here, because that's a bit more of a defensive position there for him. But then again, so is this. This gives them Blackguard of Nagaron and Cold Ones.
Servant of the king.
So we'll have to figure something out for that. The ideal situation is to knock this army out immediately, but that didn't happen. So yeah, maybe a second army is required, and a few additional units can make a big difference there. Yeah, he's already recruited some more troops, and the quality is on his side on that, because he's got level 3 tier stuff, and we can only get... We're recruiting tier 1. Not that our tier 2 is any better. It's only slightly better. Usually what I go for when I'm recruiting my armies is I either go max tier or tier 1. Usually the mid tiers just tend to not be worth it. There's some exceptions, but mid-tier does seem to be a bit meh. Especially on legendary difficulty. For example, the White Lions of Trace. They just never really get the kills that I would expect from them.
Ready to serve.
So they've got an army size of 16. We've got an army size of 20, but we're damaged. And they've got the garrison there. It's pretty simple tactics that we'd utilize here, so there's not much we can do about that. Oh wow, for 4 turns. It's fine. The other option is to try to draw them out somehow. Do you have allies? No? Okay. Alright, never mind.
Order must be
Alright,
maintained.
Public order should maintain itself now, even if we're not sitting in the settlement, right?
Inspecting
Kind
the
of.
garrison.
Because I'm just thinking about going somewhere and going an ambush stance. Is there any, like, treasure raid here? No. No treasures. You won't be able to land there and attack on the same turn. Going out in the sea, probably not a good idea.
You must restore order.
She's not available yet, is she? Where is she? this one here. 2 turns.
Alariel's champion.
Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to merge this unit.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Just recruit a new one.
Heir of an area.
So it's slowing me down.
Protector
And we'll
of
just
the Ever
end another turn. Gotta wait for a better opportunity. This isn't good right here.
What brings you here?
What do you want? No. You really don't want to get dragged into too many wars, and he goes a bit ham on that stuff. Recruitment cost us Phoenix units. Yeah, we're not getting any of those. It's, 2 turns until we can upgrade that, but like I said, it does take a while for it to come into effect. He's just going to sit there the entire time. We've got to find a way to draw him out to fight us.
Of the Ever Queen. No.
Okay, here's an idea. I'm going to come over here.
Tyrion.
I'm going to go into ambush stance. What's the chances of that success? Pretty low.
Assyrian smiles.
But you never know. What we want to try and do is get him out of here. It probably won't work, but you never know. Because the other alternative is that we just have to recruit another army to deal with him. Because our army will not win against that, not without a bloody miracle.
Welcome. What brings you here?
Sure, whatever. Improving relations with all the other high elves in the area. Just, preparations for confederation for later down the track. But that's not something that we're going to have to worry about. I don't think we'll need to do a second episode on this. I don't think he's going to take the bait. I think I might just have to recruit another army, which is going to be expensive, but it's just what you're going to do. We've saved up a fair bit of cash, so we'll use our cash reserves to improve Lothern when the time comes.
Corruption makes them weak.
Yeah, he's not going to take the bait.
Ever vigilant. As
level
you
6.
command.
3. Okay.
Protector of the Ever Queen.
Now, we don't need a lot of units.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Just a few. Actually, you stay here. We'll give you 2 turns of recruitment, so that way you can use the global recruitment.
Shield against the darkness.
Why don't you come over... No, just stay here, that's fine.
Can I offer assistance?
Okay, with those additional 10 units, I'd be confident to take that on. Alright, moving on. Okay, it's not costing us that much. I mean, we just halved our profits per turn, but it's okay. We had plenty, so it's fine. Usually don't like to recruit my second army until I've at least secured one full province, but we have a situation with an entrenched enemy that refuses to leave their position, so we have no choice. Attacking that would just lead us straight back to where we were at the beginning. A dead army, and they're just going to sit there getting even stronger.
I was born for greatness. Ready for orders.
Even if we stand out here,
No.
yeah, I don't think it's not going to do anything. Just wait for this one to be done. Alright, let's upgrade. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that with the high elves. The more we fix up the public order, we got bonuses from it. So if we can fix up the public order a bit more, it'll grow faster. Well, I could put Tyrion over here, but let's secure the whole province first. It'll be alright. See, now here's the problem. I've now played more turns than the guy did. You know, he played 9 turns and I've now played 10. Although most of these 10 turns have just been me rebuilding. I don't like that. It doesn't feel like that it was his campaign now, you know, because I spent more turns on it than he has. It seemed like what he did was, he started the campaign, took Tower of Lothian, lost his army. Shit, better call Legend.
If what you seek is for the greater good, my sword...
Oh well. Scraping at the bottom of the barrel at the minute, guys. Don't have a whole lot of disaster campaigns. Not a lot of good ones in my email. So, dealing with what I can. The Shogun 2 one didn't do very well last time, which I understand. Shogun 2 doesn't perform as well as Warhammer 2. I want to get a really good Warhammer 2 fuck up. Something where there's just enough chance that there might be hope, but difficult enough that it would be super interesting. I don't like hopeless situations. Those are boring. It's just like, well, your only settlement's being besieged by 4 armies and the garrison's destroyed and I've got no armies. It's sort of like that one we did with, say, the Last Stand as the Sassanids, when we had like a handful of units up against 4 armies. Like, there was no hope of winning that. And I did as much damage as I could, but people didn't really... I don't know, I want to try and avoid doing that kind of stuff.
To victory! Attack! I am ready to fight!
Princess of the
It's got to be just enough hope for it to be
Alaria.
difficult, but not impossible. If it's impossible, it's not not interesting, and if it's too easy, it's not interesting. It's got to have that nice balance. Let's do this. So the balance of power seemingly wasn't fixed at all, or improved at all when they came in, but I think we've got a good chance here. I have an idea on what we can do about their artillery. We just stand back, get Tyrion forward, and waste their ammo. Because that artillery could end up doing a hell of a lot of damage to us, and since we can't counter it, they're not going to let us close to it to shoot it or get into melee. We have no access to cavalry. I mean, I did get rid of my cavalry, but even if we did have cavalry, they probably wouldn't have let us get close anyway. The other option, the easier option, is to waste their ammunition. See, that's the thing about cavalry in this. Sure, they do have a purpose, but there's units that can actually get a better result way cheaper. So, they don't have any cavalry themselves. I didn't see any, at least. So we'll see how this goes. It would be better if we were on our horse. Way easier to dodge. But it's also that they might not even start shooting. Oh, hang on, here they go. Getting hit does actually hurt. Of course it's gonna hurt. It's harder to dodge when you're on foot. Shit, got hit there. But yeah, wasting these guys' ammo is gonna save us so many lives. But if he gets it himself, that's not good either. A lot easier to dodge on one-time speed, but we gotta get a move on. People will only tolerate so much cheese. So we've used about half their ammo so far. That's good. Oh, so much easier to dodge if you got a flyer or a horse. It's alright. I could probably just sit there and take it. Actually, take it in the face and we'll still probably survive. Still, we'd rather not. It's almost out of ammo. So yeah, basically what we're doing here is just removing their biggest advantage against us. And then we'll have the numbers and we'll move forward and crush them. Because the AI does not prioritize targets. It's whatever's closest. The thing is, if the AI was programmed to just simply not shoot at targets that they felt like was a waste of time, I wouldn't do this. But Creative Assembly didn't put that in. But that being said, you know, the AI in Warhammer 2 is not as bad as it could have been. Okay. I think I got hit about 6 times so far. Okay, it's just a few of them that have ammo left. In fact, there's so little ammo that even if they were to shoot our troops now, it pretty much doesn't matter. Only one of them has ammo left. Still, might as well use up. No, they're not shooting anymore. Alright, come back over here. Let's get organized. So, super standard army. And we can outrange them now. Right, they've still got the artillery, but there's just not much left of it. So what's your range? 180, okay. Once we've knocked them off this, once we've defeated them here, taking the Shrine of Assyrian is going to be easy. And that's another thing as well. You don't want to fight battles to the point where your army, like you'll win, but your army gets so badly beaten up during the battle that you can't progress on the campaign. Winning the battle and taking your full numbers home, that's always a desirable situation. And the thing is, those artillery there, they inflict casualties. So yeah, like I said, we didn't get rid of all of their artillery, but they're going to run out of ammo soon. So look how much damage. That was just one volley. And now they are truly out of ammo. Alright, so they do actually have some cavalry, but it's fine. Let's move up a little bit more. We'll be able to outrange their dark shards. And they'll come at us. And now the real battle begins. Okay, you two go around the side here. They're trying to flank us. Don't let them. You two come around over this side. Make sure you're shooting the dark shards. They're the real damage. Well, actually, all of their units are damage dealers.
Orders received. As you say.
Make sure they're on guard mode so they don't move out of the way.
Utter advance. For Oakland!
Loyal. For Oakland. You're a fair.
I don't want to chase after them because I'm going to do more damage with my archers than with the melee units. In fact, if my melee units get over here and get into combat with them, there's still a good chance that they'll lose.
Archers. For order.
Moving out.
With me.
Killing their general is
For the
unimportant.
king.
Princess of Althorn. Slay them.
Onward. We advance. Happy to serve. For Ulthwa. We will obey. Without fail.
Archers. For order.
Attack.
So our center collapsed, but then the flanks are wrapping around them now.
Loyal. Spearmen. It shall be done. Draw back. Archers.
Will be done.
Pull back. Onward.
Just ignore them.
The enemy is bloodied.
Draw back.
Acknowledged.
This fight is won. We will obey. Assyrian willing.
To battle.
Okay.
Uncertainty spreads.
What I'm liking about this is it does seem like more or less the casualties are being spread out relatively evenly, and the enemy doesn't look like they're faring so well. I mean, our forces are getting damaged as well, but that's to be expected.
Orders received. Kill them.
There we go, we've won. There's no need to run them down. Now, if we had attacked that right at the start without bothering to take out the ammunition of those artillery, I almost think we would have lost that. Actually, I'm pretty sure we would have, because it would have thinned out our front line completely, and their troops would have just rolled over our archers. And there was no other way for us to get to them in time. We couldn't push ahead to get at them. End of the day, even the damage they did to Tyrion didn't matter. He was in combat the entire battle,
Triumphed.
and he was fine. Now, on one hand, if we want to get public order under control so we can grow, but on the other hand, money.
Take what is rightfully ours.
Let another revolt will occur,
I serve the Phoenix
but we'll be
King,
able to handle it now.
Lady of Ulthorn.
Money's not great,
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Protector of Ulthorn.
so I don't know.
Protector
just, yeah.
of the Ever Queen.
Don't recruit anything else just yet. Alright. When's that rebellion gonna happen? Not yet.
Victory for the Assur.
Oh, they already had another one here. Doesn't matter. Get rid of it. And that way, at least we make... how much? 1,200. Yeah, that's alright. And then we'll have the Shrine of Assyrian. They'll never recruit anything in time. We've succeeded here. This is a win.
Must restore order.
So what do we got? So that's good for casualty replenishment rate.
What orders?
Because after you're done here, you should fight this. Alright. Grab this. What about this one here? This will offer a powerful item. Alright, we'll grab this instead. Whew, that is good. It's also good. Ooh, oh, I can't help but think that's just so useful all the time.
Your orders?
Oh shit. Why can't he equip it? Wait. Was it over here? There it is. Chest of sustenance. Good, because reducing this by 10%, it's actually reducing it by about 20% because it's already at 50%. So it brings it down to... Actually, no, that's not true, because it's at... If that's at 50% base, then it goes up to 65%. So it brings it back down to 55%. So it's still a big amount. We'll notice a big difference in our upkeep next turn. But that's a good item right there. You also want to start getting some heroes. Some of those heroes can rack up some really good abilities.
Champion of the Everqueen.
You are. Yeah, it's fine. You don't want to be enemies with them anymore. Just work towards confederating them. It's way better for your economy as well, because when you capture a settlement, it goes down by a level. So these guys can get their settlements up to level 5 really quickly, and you confederate them, and their main settlements, that is, and that way you don't have to wait 100 turns for it to grow, which does take a while, because they get all kinds of growth bonuses. Now you do suffer, the minus 40 public order penalty over the course of 5 turns, but that's not that big of a deal. Revolt here and there's common on legendary difficulty. You get used to it, especially early on. It's later on that you don't experience so many revolts. Once you got racked up all the global public order bonuses.
Tyrion, heir of
So, it wasn't as much as I thought, but it's noticeable.
servant of the king. For my queen.
So we got to bring in the other one. Looks like we're going to have to fight it manually anyway. Bring in the other one just so they can get piggyback experience.
Princess of the Azure. Setting off.
Kill them. I lust for battle.
Alright, so the biggest concern here are those Black Guard of Nargothrond. So, obviously the archers just need to focus fire on them. If they manage that, then most of the balance of power is set right here. Of course, these Corsairs are also a little bit of a concern, but we just outnumber them by so much. I'm not at all concerned about their cavalry. Okay, just gotta wait for reinforcements.
Shield of the Everqueen. Orders received.
Azure, advance!
Okay, it seems like they are going to attack. They're not going to wait around. Yeah, they are not going to wait around.
Azurian guides us. Archers, as you say.
That was extremely silly of them to send their cavalry at us like this.
For duty.
Sunfang lusts for battle.
I could have stayed back here a little bit, wait for reinforcements, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine anyway.
Archers. We will obey. Archers.
Yeah, like I said, focus fire on those Black Guard of Nargothrond. Now they're well armored, but since they don't have shields, shields are the best thing to block missiles. Since they don't have shields, where they're quite vulnerable to archers, even though they're not necessarily armor piercing. And also, you don't want these guys to be around when they get their murderous prowess.
Incoming! By your command.
Attack!
Understood.
Hang on. There's got cavalry around the side here. They're waiting for me to do that.
Moving out.
For duty. Heir of Anarian.
Archers. I'm weary of steel. It shall be done.
There it goes. It's a little bit of a mess, but we got this.
Defend our base. Time to go. Archers. Order.
For duty.
Setting forth.
Setting forth.
Seek cover. We will obey. For Lothern. Seal. Archers.
Okay.
Battle calls. For Assyrian.
All the easy targets are pretty much gone now. Shooting into this is kind of difficult because everyone's mixed into the fight.
Spearmen. Weapons ready. Loyal. Archers. Dark turn. Odious Druti.
Princess of Althwan! Seal!
Spearmen. By your command.
Yeah, it's a bloody mess.
Will be done. Archers.
These cold ones don't know what to do. They've all been blocked off.
Assyrian willing.
Oh well, we'll just shoot them instead.
By Assyrian. Spearmen.
Alright, with capturing that, I think we'll end the video here. And this campaign is no longer fucked. Continuing it on further from here, it just feels like I'm just playing my own campaign because it's got this at such an early stage. The initial problem that he had has been solved. Yves has been dealt with. These guys, the Cult of Excess, they're also dealt with. He does still have one more enemy, but I don't even know where they are. So don't worry about it. And even if they do show up, you should be able to handle it. So my advice to him would be, you know, maintain public order, but probably hit Safari since they are not particularly friendly. And then just chill. Just chill for as long as you like. You'll be fine. It's not a difficult campaign, Lothern. If you get past the beginning, it's not difficult at all.
The Assur have triumphed.
There will be consequences.
And there we go. So they're gone. So, like I said, they've got one more enemy,
Can I offer assistance?
Kathik. And you know what? They might even
True
accept
Assur does
peace.
not
No,
put
they
their
won't.
own.
Okay, so they've got one region and they've been bashed up. They're fighting a bunch of other people as well, so don't even worry about them. You might even be able to... Let me just have a look here. If I go strength ranking...
You need me? Greetings.
How about that?
Assur.
How about
What
that?
brings you here?
Let's see here. Little bonus there for you.
Ridiculous.
Okay, and everyone's gonna be a little bit pissy with you for a while, but it's alright. Yeah, they're getting squashed anyway. So it looks like their army got wiped out, so you just inherited their territory without having to sack it all, and yeah, it's worth a little bit of extra money. Just got those two armies there, and it's all good. Alright, well that's the end of this one, so yeah, if you guys could send me some more SYDCs, especially for Warhammer 2, that would be awesome. And remember, it doesn't have to be on legendary difficulty, but I would like it to be like 2 or 3 turns away from defeat. Don't make it like impossible to be saved, but just enough hope that with enough skill that there might be a sliver of a chance to win it. Like, I don't want it to be too easy, but I don't want it to be impossible at the same time. Anyway, I'll see you next time, fuckers.